this film is supposed to be like a 30s matinee picture in terms of acting and writing. And how does it reflect and how does it manifest itself in his direction and your acting?
I think if anything, he makes all of his actors aware that those are his intentions, and it's also very apparent, in the script, and so it's affected in that it's something that you have to almost stay away from, because the writing and the music and everything is almost so epic that play into that would be too much. So it's a trap that I think he's aware of, that he tries to keep his actors stay away from. Technically, it's different than any film I think you can possibly make, just because you aren't in any way really trying to emulate Earth. He's created a completely different universe, and such the necessity for all the blue screen work, and that process is challenging in that you don't really have any environment to interact with, but at the same time I think that it almost aids the actors in a sense, because if you did have a way of tangibly bringing those environments to a set and have the actors actually work in these these locations that don't really exist, I think we would be distracted by it and a little too in awe of the absurdity of everything that was going on around us, and this is our world, and we should just take everything for granted as normal. So having a sea of blue around you, it makes you focus that much more on the actor in front of you, if you're lucky enough to have one. Which from my own character, I did. I had a lot of my work with Natalie and Ewan, so I didn't so much mind that aspect of it. As a role model, not really, considering that I'm eventually going to be playing a villain. So I hope really, children aren't really going to look up to Anakin in terms of the choices he makes. He's at a very ambiguous time in his life, and is sort of full of tremendous uncertainty, and I don't really think that's something that you should look up to. Anakin is, as we all know, on his way to the dark side. So I don't really feel any responsibility, to act as a role model. Not that I'm a bad person or anything, but I don't feel a need, considering the character that I'm playing, and at the same time, I'm an actor. We just make believe. It's not something you should really idealize. Definitely the lightsaber fights. It's just barrels of fun to learn how to fight with a lightsaber, and knowing that will eventually be lit up, and with the Star Wars music laid on top of it, is exciting when you're learning the moves to the fight sequences. So I just thoroughly enjoyed that aspect of it.